welcome back to Element Pilates. Today's workout is a short sequence to help you work your lower body in your postnatal recovery period. It's completely safe to be practiced after you've had your 6-week postpartum checkup with your doctor or your healthcare provider. But in saying that, if there is anything that we do that doesn't feel comfortable for your body, step back and rest where you need. And if you have questions, you can always pop them down into the comments below. If you are newly postpartum and you need some help along your journey, I have a free postnatal health and exercise guide available. It goes through all of the exercises that we should be doing, things to avoid, and the best things to include in our diet and in our lifestyle as well. You can access that by clicking the link which I've listed below. The only thing that you're going to need for your workout today is your mat. So let's start standing tall in the middle of the mat. Have your feet flat, hip distance apart. Legs are parallel on the floor, so you have all 10 toes pointing straight ahead. Just soften a little bit into the knees. Bring the hands onto the hips. We'll take a couple of pelvic rocks to begin. Tuck the tailbone, bring it forwards, and then slide the tailbone out towards the back. Let's keep going with those. Now I'm going to turn side on so that you can see the position a little bit more clearly. We're bringing the tailbone under and then releasing it back. Just taking out any tension through the lower back, the hips, the pelvis. And one more. And release. Now bring your pelvis into that halfway point and find your neutral. Extend the legs all the way up. Bring the hands down onto the low belly. Good, creating that lovely tall standing neutral posture. Take a deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale, lift and engage your pelvic floor. Connect your core muscles. Feel like you're flattening in at the front of the abs. And then release completely. Take another breath in. Exhale, lift and engage. And release. You may be able to hear my baby boy in the background there. Now let's take it into a standing squat to warm up. Release the arms beside you. Keep that spine neutral. As you inhale, hips lean back, reach forward, bend the knees, come down into your squat. Now as you exhale, come up, lift the pelvic floor, engage the core, standing straight. Again, inhale, squat down. Exhale up. Let's keep going with those, lowering and lifting. Working here at your own pace. Now, things we need to think about as we squat. Super important, first of all, that we keep our spine straight and in neutral. So you're not rounding or bending the spine forwards. As you squat, think about the hips going back behind the heels. So you've got weight down through the heels of the feet, squeezing a little into your glutes, your bottom muscles as you lift. And lastly, check the knee alignment. Knees should be pointing straight ahead in line with toes. Never let those knees roll in. Now one more, let's come down and hold. Now stay there, hold it low. Let's hug the core muscles in, lift and engage that pelvic floor. Little pulse, halfway up, halfway down. Lift, lower. Keep breathing, keep drawing in through your lower abs. Relax the shoulders. We have 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Now stretch all the way up to the top, lengthen the body, and then give those legs a little shake to release. Well done. Step back down and come into a high kneeling position on the mat. Knees are down directly beneath your hips. Now, if your knees are not comfortable in this position, you can fold the mat over to double it to give you a little bit of support, or you can put a towel or a blanket beneath you instead. Coming into our hinge, reach the arms out in front. Again, find that neutral position. Core muscles are switched on. As you inhale, we lean the body back. Shoulders drawing back towards the heels, body in one long straight line. Exhale, come all the way back up, nice and tall. And again, inhale, lean back. Again, as you exhale, lift, engage the core, zip up the pelvic floor muscles. Being mindful as we go back, we're not arching the spine. We don't want those ribs to pop out in front of us. It's keeping everything supported. Lean. Release. Let's do one more. Now we're adding a hold. Inhale, come back. Stay there. Connect your core, your glutes. On your exhale now, lift the arms up a little higher. Inhale to lower, just 4 more. So you should be feeling those thighs, the front of your quadricep muscles. Good. And 3. Keep breathing, keep lifting into the lower abs. Last one. Arms reach out in front and then come all the way back and release. To have a quick stretch here, just sit back on the heels, take the hands behind you, open out your chest, lift your hips and just open out the front of those thigh muscles. Take a deep breath and release. Good, let's make our way down to laying flat on our backs now. So instead of focusing on the front thighs, we're now working our glutes and our hamstrings at the back. Take a moment again to settle into that neutral spine. There should be a small natural curve underneath your lower back. Your feet are flat, hip distance apart, and legs are parallel. So point the kneecaps directly to the ceiling. Your arms can stay on the floor beside you. Good, let's begin here with a breath in. As you exhale, press down through the feet. Lift your hips up into a bridge position. Again, here as you lift, we engage the core, the pelvic floor. Inhale, let's lower slowly. Let everything release. Exhale, lift and engage. Squeeze the glutes as well, the bottom muscles. Control down. We're doing another 8. Exhale up. This is such a great exercise in your postpartum recovery. It helps to stabilize the pelvis and the lower back. It connects the core and the glutes at the same time, and it's a really nice, safe, gentle position if you are looking after any pelvic or lower back pain. Last 4. Exhale up, and 3. We'll add a hold at the end, and 2. Now last one, let's come up and stay there. So lift the hips high, squeeze the glutes, core muscles, wrap them in and around your waist. Now you can reach your arms up to the ceiling here just to take away that base of support a little bit. Lower your hips halfway and lift all the way up. Halfway and lift. Press down through the heels of the feet. Keep the knees pointing straight up. Your core, your pelvic floor muscles are connected the whole time. 3 to go. And 2. Last one. Now let's hold it up. Stay there. Let's take a deep breath in. And then exhale, release, lower. Well done. Put your arms beside you. Walk the feet out as wide as the mat. And just let your knees roll from one side to the other here a couple of times. Go, letting go through the lower abs. Just releasing any tension. One more each side. All right, now roll over onto your side. In this position here, we're going to line up our head, shoulders, hips, and feet with the back of the mat. So your body is in one long straight line. Try to lift and engage a little bit through those lower core muscles here closest to the floor, just to help maintain that neutral position and support your spine. So your knees are bent in front of you, your feet are back and together. Place the top hand onto your hip to check that pelvis is stable. Now let's lift both feet up into the air. Stay here as you breathe in. Exhale to rotate your top knee up to the ceiling. Squeeze this outer hip, these side glutes. Lift and engage core and pelvic floor. Inhale, relax the knee, relax the abs. Again, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Let's keep going with those. Now this top hand is a great way to check that the pelvis is stable. So as your knee is coming up, just be mindful, if you are tight in your hips, you may start to roll the pelvis backwards to create more height, which we don't want. It doesn't matter how high your knee goes towards the ceiling, as long as you're keeping this lovely pelvic stability and the core connection here as well. Release as you inhale and lower. Connect as you exhale and lift. We have one more. Now come up, hold it here, just really squeezing this outer hip. Can you lift the knee a little bit higher? Hold for 3, 2, 1. Close the knees, lower the feet. Well done. Take the top leg, extend it till it's completely straight. Flex your foot. Check the body is in line with that leg, so you haven't brought the leg in front or behind you. Again, you can keep this hand on the hip to check your pelvic stability. Relax the core to start. Take a breath in. Exhale, engage and lift, and then bring that leg up as high as you can get it. Inhale, lower, release the core. Exhale, lift and engage. Control and lower. So whilst this is a leg workout, everything that we do is going to help heal and connect your core and your pelvic floor muscles as well. But if you have any diastasis or any separation of the front abs, all of these exercises are a great way to help to heal that. 2 more. Exhale, lift it up. And lower. Watch that pelvis is steady. 1 more, leg up, core lifted and engaged. Now reach that heel out a little further away from you. Can you lift it higher? Higher, hold it. Now little kicks of that leg, up for 10, up for 9, 8, 7. Can we lift any higher? Breathe. 4, 3, keep engaging. Hold it there, 1, and then release it all the way in. So hopefully you felt that top hip, these side glutes. Good. Let's do the other side. Press yourself up to sitting. Swing your legs around the other way. Now remember our setup. You want to have the head, shoulders, hips, and feet lined up with the back of the mat. Lift up through the bottom ribs. Just try and get that lovely long neutral spine. Feet together. Top hand onto the side of the pelvis. Lift the feet off the floor. Relax the belly to start. Take a breath in. On your exhale, lift the knee. Lift and engage your core. Open that hip. Squeeze the side glutes. Inhale to lower. And again, we exhale, lift and lower down. So you want to feel that thigh bone rotating around in that hip socket, opening as much as you can. Really using this top hand as a guide to keep the pelvis in place. Last 5. Exhale up. Inhale lower. Remember, lift the knee, lift and engage the core and pelvic floor. Lower, relax the abs. Last 3. And down. 2 more, then we're adding on. Exhale up. Release. Last one. Now let's hold it. Keep the knee up. Keep the core in. Can you lift that knee a little higher? Just stay here for 3, 2, 1. Release the knee. Lower the feet. Well done. Last exercise here. Let's extend the top leg. Flex the foot. Really push that heel out and away from the body. Starting here again, relaxing through the lower abs. We inhale, prepare. Exhale, top leg goes up as high as possible. Core muscles connect. Inhale to lower. And exhale up. And lower down. Keep going with those. 8. And up 7. Keep that leg long in line with your body. Remember, we don't want to bring the leg forwards or back. Just keeping that lovely long straight line all the way up to the crown of the head. Go to 4. Can we go a little higher for our last 3? See if you can keep that lift of the bottom ribs. Go 2. Now 1 more, let's hold it. Leg up as high as possible. Stabilize, go a little higher. Tiny bit higher again. Now tiny kicks to finish. Kick it up. Lift and engage your core. Relax shoulders, breathe for 3, 2, 1, and release it. Well done. Bend that knee in. You may want to give the hip a little bit of a massage to release any tension. Make your way up to a sitting position now. We'll do a stretch for our hips and legs to finish. So just sitting on the mat, have your feet flat out in front of you. Cross one ankle up and over the opposite thigh. Now lift up and straighten those arms. So you want to lengthen that spine here as much as you can. This might be enough of a stretch for you just holding here, but if you would like to go a little deeper, just start to rock the legs from side to side. Yeah, it's a really nice one to gently release tension across the pelvis. All right, come back to the middle, let that leg go. Let's do the other side. Cross the ankle. That's it. Open and lift that chest. And really relax the belly muscles, the lower back. Just let the legs soften. Either stay here or start to rock one side to the other. Right. And then come back to the center and release. All right, to finish now, let's come over onto all fours. Again, make your way into that position where the hands are under the shoulders, the knees are under the hips. Now tuck the toes, sit back a little towards the heels and lift your pelvis high to the ceiling. Coming into your up stretch. Good, rising up tall into those tippy toes. Now bend one knee and press the opposite heel down. Lift and change. So here I want you to feel that stretch all the way down through the back of the legs. Easing out tension through those hamstrings, your calf muscles, all the way to the ankles. Last one each side. Now once you've evened out, press both heels down. Bend the knees if you need to. We will walk the hands towards the toes. Let your heels come down onto the mat. Maybe round forward just a little bit deeper if you can. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, let's roll up to standing. Last thing to come up is your head. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. Find that neutral position. Think about your posture. And you're all done. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed our workout. If you have questions, remember you can always leave them into the comments down below. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that button and I will see you back here on the channel soon.